Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's All You Can Geek Moviecast, episode 338. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gast, joined by Mike Sneedy.
What's up?
Corey Feinside.
Yo.
And Tony Korkanakis.
Hey.
What's up, guys? Excuse me. Welcome to episode 338. I have a slight cold, so that's going to be a challenge. I can't take any deep breaths.
Ouch.
Yeah. So, the box office this week was actually pretty interesting because we had Boss Baby, which I've heard is a very very bland, meh movie, but it beat out Beauty and the Beast finally. So, we have a new top box office person, and that would be the Boss Baby at $49 million. Beauty and the Beast still did 47.6, so still...
It's third week, right?
Yeah, still amazing.
Third week.
Yeah.
But,
900 in worldwide.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Nothing stops that train. So, I'll tell you what does stop, though. The Ghost in the Shell. Ghost in the Shell, sorry.
Well, it didn't even start. Let's get
sure.
serious.
I mean, did
It's
anybody...
dead on arrival.
Did anybody expect it not to be? Like, I just felt like since the beginning...
What did it do? It did, what, 19 million?
19. Its budget was 110, Mike.
I don't know how they would expect much more than that.
I don't know either, but its budget was 110. That's ridiculous. I mean, that's
They
crazy.
saw Scarlett Johansson do well in, what was that movie from like 2 years ago?
Lucy?
Lucy.
Did that do
And
that
thought-
well, though?
Yeah, it did. It did decent.
Wasn't that the one she... No, never mind.
That was an ultra-low budget movie, though, wasn't it?
Still did really well.
I just feel like from the get-go, when you try to do live-action games or anime, this is what we get.
I saw a lot of people come out, and obviously I know nothing about this myself, but I saw a lot of people say, it's like, well, in reality, the actual storyline is pretty basic for this anime.
The storyline is actually a little confusing in the beginning, but it does make sense by the end.
I think that the problem goes over people's heads a lot. It's a little more...
So you're saying the opposite of what I read, okay.
Yes.
Yep.
I wouldn't say it's basic at all.
They said it was just like, cliche, predictable type of storyline.
Well, maybe because this anime is quite old.
Right, maybe by today's standards,
It's been like
20-something years ago it was not.
Yeah, it's been done a bunch of times before, but at the time, and even when we watched it, like I was kind of like, what the fuck is going on?
Well, we watched it as our second... That was my second anime I've ever watched, was Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah.
I had just watched Vampire Hunter D.
You just have no idea what's going on.
Yeah. I just watched Vampire Hunter D, and then I saw that, and I'm like, that is completely different. So, but yeah, 19 million, it's not going to do well. It's a bomb. It's a bomb.
Do you think it'll do better overseas?
Nope, because they cast Scarlett Johansson as the lead.
They don't,
but still
about
might do better.
I feel like if they had an Asian actress as the lead,
the Chinese don't care because it's not. I mean,
yeah, but you don't make.
They'll just go see.
I don't know. You don't make a lot of money from the Chinese box office. They take so much from fees.
Yeah, they take 60%. You only make 40.
And there's all the pirates.
And then there's all the pirates. So, anyways, Power Rangers was 4 and Kong was number 5. That's your box office this week. Opening is not
Power Rangers
much.
had a huge drop off too, so
Expected,
I don't think that's
though.
making money.
Expected. No, it's not. Smurfs: The Lost Village is opening this week. Nothing great. Fate of the Furious is the week after, though, so that's coming up.
I can't believe there's another one of those movies coming out already.
They just bank, man.
I feel like
money.
I feel like it's a.
Wasn't the last one just last?
It's a bit early, isn't it?
Every year.
Isn't it a bit early though? Like it's a popcorn flick.
I know, but like movies, you normally get at least 2 years, unless it's
Was it last year? I feel like it was.
No, maybe it was
before.
2 years. It was.
It feels like it was like
Every
2
other
months
year.
ago to me. Jesus Christ! And I don't even watch them anymore.
Paul Walker died. It wasn't last
2013.
Yeah,
it was
I know.
actually
3 years ago.
Shoot, that's the wrong one.
Ah,
This is 8 now, right?
yeah, Fast 7 was the other one. That's the last one.
Yeah.
That came out in 2015. There, I saved it. I saved you, Corey.
Years.
Saved you, Corey.
Still,
I mean, I thought it was
Year and
2015.
a half, I'll say then. Because
It-
I
it's
just feel like the Paul Walker death thing was a while ago, so.
Yeah, but he died before the film stopped filming. That's why. Like
No,
he
I
stopped, he
understand.
died during production. Well,
But the movies come out in the beginning of the year.
It does come out in April. The movies do come out in April because, and I always thought they were more of a popcorn flick time, like May or June. April, I guess, is the new.
They used to start it off, and then like they're like, well, now we're gonna put Batman vs Superman in.
And March became a month.
March
Became a month. You know, they're getting earlier and earlier with bigger movies, but
well, at least Beauty and the Beast took over that opening box office record.
It's kind of like that with games. Games are, you know, having finished up Console Wars, it's amazing how they didn't release any games back in the day in March in the 90s, and then Nintendo tried it with, I forget what it was, but it did so well that like Sega's like, well, we can release Sonic. That was when Sonic 2 was coming out, and they had no Knuckles in it. Remember? So you had to get it patched in. So they were able to release it in like February.
Sonic 2 didn't have Knuckles at all.
Sonic 3. They released
Sonic
the game.
3 had Knuckles in it, though.
Yes, but after they launched the game without it, because they had to make a deadline.
They split it.
You mean I know what he means. You mean that Knuckles was in there as a character, but yeah, you can't be him unless you
buy the card.
Yeah. You couldn't play him until that second part came out, which you had to stick the other drive thing into that.
Yeah,
but base Sonic 3, you could play as Knuckles.
No,
not base.
No.
Sonic came out.
He was there, but you couldn't play as him.
He was. I know this is more of a Gamecast talk, but he was unfinished with the game, and they had a promotion with McDonald's coming up.
I remember all that.
The deadline.
I mean, being a big Genesis and Sonic fan, like that was a crazy time. I was like, what is going on here? This is unheard of.
By the way, that book I finished is so good. I'm going to talk about it in the Gamescast because it's definitely really awesome. The conversations. But anyways, let's go into movie news, and then we'll get into what we've been up to, and then move on to the games. Jessica Jones season 2 started filming. Yay! Right. So we're getting it.
I mean, will they bring back what's his name? The Purple Man.
Kilgrave.
He was so popular though, but like
maybe as a cameo.
Maybe in a flashback kind of
flashback.
Thing. Yeah,
flashback.
The one thing
I was
I'm
trying
conceded,
to be coy.
Flashback.
You guys just
what?
Whatever,
I didn't say
20 years
anything about him. I just said he's going to be in a flashback.
Anyway.
Jessica Jones season 2 starts filming, and that further points to the fact that Daredevil season 3 will not be next year, even early next year, because that hasn't even started filming yet, as far as I know. So we'll get Jessica Jones season 2 before Daredevil season 3.
Did they announce what they wanted to do in next year besides Jessica Jones 2?
No, because I think we're going to get that.
Punisher's
this year.
This year.
Yeah, Punisher's this year.
Okay.
I think we're going to get a lot of news from them at Comic-Con in October.
Yeah,
that's their convention in New York for them, because that's the New York
TV show.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna get a lot of that.
I think they might need to course correct a little bit. I think the Netflix universe after the last two, I think they need to slow down a little and space them out more, or just go to like Defenders type stuff and stick with that. Because I don't know, I feel like things are going downhill.
Well, you have one bad series. By the way, that series is now the most binge-watched drama on Netflix, beating Daredevil season 2. Iron Fist.
Because they're building still, but
so the shittiest series that we've seen from them is the most binge-watched show. So
also, no news.
If there's going to be a drama show on Netflix that I would think would be the most binge watched, I thought it would have been like Stranger Things, just because you just want to see what's happening, like the next thing. Here it's like, who cares what's happening?
I think that Stranger Things season 2 is going to trump all of that. Now that the hype's there, for it, now that it's a known commodity, I think it's going to be huge.
Well, yeah, I mean, the only reason Iron Fist is the most is because of what it's been like. It came
building
before.
Back on the predecessors.
Yeah.
And everyone's really already looking ahead to Defenders. I think when this came out beforehand, it's sort of like, all right, we got to get this over with beforehand. Yeah, no news is bad news, and it got a lot of attention for some bad reasons, but lots of people probably checked it out.
Didn't help Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah. Nope. Yeah. It's all Netflix news, except for, I have Voltron Season 3 has now been confirmed. Now, I thought they confirmed this in January, that Season 3 was coming this year, but it's been confirmed now for this year.
They said they were going to do a lot of episodes. I forget how many.
Yeah,
but it was a lot.
It's now confirmed for 2017 fall, 2017.
Dude, those toys are still like pretty sold out whenever I go to Target.
Them. Like I can't. I went to Target and I can't find them. Like, and I saw them once and I'm kicking myself for not buying them.
I find like the big Voltron one, but I want the individual ones. Yes, yeah, like the ones that combine. Yes, yep. And I've seen like 2 of the blue one. I'm like, yeah, you're kind of useless with that.
I saw the black one for a while at the Target by me, and I never picked it up.
Saw the black? Yeah, you dumbass. You fucking dumbass.
So I'll keep an eye out for it, but it's not been back since, and that was a mistake.
It was a mistake. Oh well, you can get that really nice one from Bandai Namco.
Yeah. I mean, I like the old-fashioned metal one, yeah.
That $400 one.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what's at Comic-Con, actually.
Smash and grab?
Yeah. What the hell is that? Grab it, go! So, yeah, I think... that'd be fun. No, there's some cool stuff at Comic-Con always, and I think this year I'm going to try to set aside like $200 to buy something super collectible for myself.
Super collectible.
Yeah, like one of the Kotobukiya special editions. Like there's a Magneto that they have out that I liked that is supposed to have, I'm sure it's going to have a Comic-Con special edition because it comes out this year. So I think I'm going to grab that one. And I think it'll be around $199. But as long as it looks good, but we'll see. Because they do some weird inspiration sometime, you know. Oh, and you know we did not talk about on Thursday. Our podcast had a quick turnaround this week, folks, but we didn't discuss the Homecoming trailer last week that came out.
I think we touched on it briefly, but we didn't go into it because not everyone.
No, Corey,
we talked about Venom. We talked about fucking
Venom. I don't think we talked about Homecoming at all.
No, we mentioned it.
I think it was after off air. I think.
Did everybody watch it, or Corey, you're going blind?
I didn't watch it yet. I'm gonna skip out on that.
And I only watched it
just because you guys said it was pretty spoilery. That's why I asked you. I was like, wait.
Well, you know what's funny is I was watching it, and then as I was watching it, I'm like, this was pretty cool. And then and when you like message back, is it really spoilery? I'm like, yeah, I kind of know the whole plot from that trailer. So I would not recommend watching it if you don't want to know pretty much the entire plot for the movie.
Well, I watched it with no sound because I actually watched it while you guys were talking before the podcast last time. So I'm halfway there. You could do that if you want.
Yeah, you could just watch it without the sound, but a picture speaks 1,000 words.
I don't know. I don't feel too spoiled. Nothing really new for me that I saw.
No, if you didn't have any sound, you don't know what they're talking about. So
yeah. So, there was definitely something new from the trailer that you didn't know about. I can guarantee you this, and it's a big spoiler.
Yeah. See, so just watch it without the sound. You're good.
There you go.
So, yeah.
Make your own dialogue.
So you're saying there's a big spoiler in the trailer.
I basically know the big. Yeah. You know the point of the movie now. You know the point of it from this trailer.
Point of the movie. Okay.
Now, I mean, we won't be really able to tell until we see the movie because who knows? It could be much more going on than what the trailer shows.
Sure,
but I mean, like with BVS, obviously you didn't need to see the movie after you saw the trailer.
Yes.
There was no point really, unless you wanted to see more of.
And that's always a fear because
expanded
of that.
Scenes.
That's always a fear because of that. I mean, like, did they just show too much from Homecoming? Is that too much now? You know what I mean? Because I've seen that as a general consensus online. A lot of people said that was way too much spoiler. Like they, now all know the general plot for the movie. I don't like those people. I think are going to see it anyways. But
I mean, I was really tempted even after you guys said something. I was like, because it's right there.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't watch it?
I didn't watch it yet.
I would not watch it.
I suppose it's just
really
the premise,
cool, but
though.
it's not like a must-watch anyways.
And like I was also thinking, like it's Spider-Man though. Like what else is there new to explore? But at the same time, like I guess it would be cool to like this is a Spider-Man in the Marvel MCU. I do want to see it kind of fresh. But at the same time, I may break down at some point just because I actually won't be able to see it opening day.
What?
My sister is getting married.
Oh man!
Wow.
At what time?
Well, the problem is
there any projectors?
I'm in the wedding party.
Wait. Doesn't this come out on Thursday?
Yeah.
There is a rehearsal on Thursday.
At what time?
It's like 7 o'clock, man. It's a rehearsal.
What about the 10 o'clock show, man?
He's got to work. Oh.
I got stuff.
Friday? What do you got to do on Friday?
I don't know. We'll see. I'm just saying it's gonna be difficult.
I'm actually in a bowling. Well, depending on my finger, I'm in a bowling league that night. So maybe Corey, we can go see it like 11 o'clock at night showing on Thursday night. If you're off Friday, I mean, I'm in summer hours at that point.
We may be.
I'm giving you the chance.
She's in New York, so we might not be around this area. Because we might be staying in the city.
That makes sense.
Drive up.
When is this movie coming out again?
July 7th.
July
7/7/17.
She won't be in work technically.
So
we'll figure. We'll see what's going on. I mean, it's gonna be seen. I mean, that's not a question.
Yeah, by the podcast, I think
how quickly can I get it done?
We'll all have seen it by the podcast. So,
and that's the other reason I was like, I should just watch the trailer because I'm not gonna see it and people are gonna spoil stuff anyway. But we'll see.
All right, let's get into what you've been up to for watched wise, Mike. You usually have more TV shows than all of us. Did you watch the finale of Walking Dead?
I'm still 2 weeks behind. I've caught up the 2 weeks before, which were all right.
But my wife really likes The Walking Dead, and she's like, I can't believe I missed like all this season. And like I was like, you didn't really miss much.
Well,
and she's really?
I got into Walking Dead mostly because of my fiance. She sort of made me, and a while ago, and she hasn't watched since the mid-season break. She's like, I don't care anymore.
Yeah, it lost a lot of. I mean, it was already losing steam. It's funny is the director or the writers of the show, I think, or something like that, the producer maybe. One of them was claiming today that the first 4 episodes of the next season are going to like melt your TV sets.
Of course, he's saying that. Of course. And again, like the show always has the problem of either it's too much or too little. They're trying to balance, I guess, the premiere with a very slow, sort of low stakes rest of the season.
Well, see, they screwed over their show with the finale of last season.
Yeah, no, that was complete nonsense.
I think they burnt so much like goodwill.
I agree. Yeah. I agree. Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And especially with the character that they killed off, it's like, wow, you just like made us
do
the
way
bullshit.
The biggest
they
problem,
led up to it.
Yeah,
and not just that is that this character
it was a season of shit.
They teased him being in trouble for like not multiple seasons, really. Like all the time is like, will this guy die? And then it's like, yes, he will. Now, the way everyone thought.
Yeah,
so so dumb because just the way it happened last season. They're like, oh, is he? Is he not? It's like, oh, okay. Well, we'll have this be a thing for the mid-season break. Oh no, he's alive. Oh, cool. Okay, cool. People are happy. Next season, we changed our mind. It's like it just feels like you're being taken advantage of.
Yep.
It was just a bad way. Like, it just makes you check out of the show when you end on that sort of cliffhanger.
And I think that's what happened to a lot of. I mean, their viewership is down this season.
Yeah.
So.
Meanwhile, there's all still saying like, oh, we might go for like 20 seasons. It's like, no, stop it.
Better not.
Stop it.
I mean, they're on what, 7 or 8?
This is the end of 7, so obviously they've got at least
they've
next
got
year.
8 and 9, I think, signed.
8. So. It's funny they haven't had 100 episodes yet though because they have such short seasons.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I watched a couple leading up. 2 weeks behind. I'll get to that eventually. It's still okay, but it's not great.
All right. So, question for you: since the beginning of this season, was there anything worthwhile up until the finale, or wherever you are right now?
There's
a lot of build up.
There's a fair amount of humor actually here and there.
Okay.
There's a couple interesting set pieces.
I liked Daryl's story.
Daryl's story was pretty good.
Yeah, I actually liked Daryl's story.
And actually, the last episode I saw was pretty good. Finally, you sort of get like a final sense of like stuff coming together a little bit, but it's very slow. A couple other more minor characters do die in this season.
Yeah,
but no one cares about them anyway.
So I don't know what happened in the finale yet, but I haven't seen it. But
I don't know either. I know that they promised that it wouldn't be a cliffhanger again because they knew people were pissed off.
Was it controversial or people talking? I feel like I haven't really seen that much.
I haven't heard much of anything about it, so I don't think anything that crazy happened.
Yeah. Maybe
that's what I was gonna say. It's like usually you hear something like some rumblings going on, but yeah, there was nothing.
Yeah. So I have 2 more episodes to watch. Whatever, I'll get to that.
Yeah.
I finally made myself watch that musical episode of Flash, which is also like 2 weeks behind. I think they're on hiatus again. Anyway.
Yeah, they are.
April all right, I guess.
20th or something like that.
It's no Buffy.
I mean, I didn't like that episode either. Everyone loves that. I'm like, how, like, cool do you think you are to, like, make an episode like this? Like, come on.
But I don't think they think they're cool with that. I just think it's a guilty pleasure of theirs.
Yeah, I think all actors have that. They want to be performers. Like,
well, I mean, they were
like a bunch of people on Flash that have singing
Broadway backgrounds and stuff.
Whatever, so, I mean, it was all right. It could have been worse. I like the cameos of other characters in this fantasy world the most, but the whole episode is completely skippable as far as the plot.
Mike, let me just save you time here. Every single crossover episode is filler. That's the worst part about this universe. It's a shared universe.
But the thing about that is
the
also
something. Storyline was its own thing. That was fine. That was better than most.
Well, it's because it's a filler episode from what's going on in the regular season.
If I do return to watching Flash, which is an if, or Supergirl, one of those two, and they do a crossover event again with another show, I'm going to skip that episode. I'm just done with it. There's no reason to watch crossover episodes. It's a waste of time.
Well, it's interesting to see them actually do stuff together.
It has no impact on their characters, though. Zero.
Nothing has impact on their characters. Because Flash doesn't learn anything. He's a dumbass. He does everything over and over again wrong. Yep. Nothing has any impact on him. The best part of this was seeing Martian Manhunter punch someone. That was it for me on Flash.
Okay.
Whatever.
Do you think that it is possible that the Flash TV series is just one giant series about Groundhog's Day? Just like Barry Allen fucking up the timeline over and over and over again?
I mean, there's been episodes and seasons like that, so...
I mean, what's the whole gist of this season anyway? Like,
the gist of this season is that Iris is supposed to die and he has to change the future, and he doesn't know how to. That's the gist of this season. And all that happened is... I'll tell you this, because you guys don't care. 2 or 3 episodes ago, he, like, proposed to her because when he saw in the future her dying, she didn't have an engagement ring on. So he proposes to her a couple episodes ago, and then she gets all pissed off because she realizes like that he only proposed to her because he wanted to change the future and save her. And then
how did she find that out? How does she find that out?
Found that out because what's his name? Kid Flash also jumped to the future and saw that and called him out about it. He's a bitch. Anyway, so then Barry gets all upset and is like, all right, engagement off, we need the space. And she's like, what? And that lasts for 1 episode. And then after this musical event, he's like, in song, mind you, and it's also after they're no longer under the influence of anyone, by the way, which is why everyone's singing. After all that's done, in song, he proposes to her again at the end of this episode. So he called it off for one episode, and now that's undone instantly. I'm done. And it wasn't even time travel.
I'm done.
To be undone. It's just music.
I'm done. I'm
out.
I'm out.
What else? I finished Legion.
You finished Legion. I thought Thursday. Didn't you talk about that Thursday?
No, I think I did did I?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I thought you did.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Okay, forget that.
You did say it was a good finale.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Was good. It wasn't as good as the episode before it, though.
Yes, we definitely talked about this. I remember having that conversation with you. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I watched 2 more episodes of Iron Fist.
Yay!
So I went from the end of episode 3 to 4 and 5. I finished. It's not that bad, but at the end,
you have to keep going, and then you'll find.
Well, the thing is, all right, hold on. Like when you are told something shit so much, like. How bad is it really this shitty? And it's like usually like, I guess it's bad, but it's not as bad as people are saying.
I think
so
that
happened
I think that happened with Andromeda with me because I'm gonna keep playing Andromeda this week, not Persona.
Yeah, we'll talk about that a little more.
You're dead to me, Jim. You're fucking dead to me.
I have to finish the game, Tony. I have to finish the fucking game because I'm in the middle of a story.
We'll talk about that later. But yeah, these 2 episodes, they were all right. I think I'm really starting to like Ward because like he's just hilarious. Like look at these guys and like
he's the only one that is actually like realistic.
He's the real character. Yeah. Like the way he reacts to things is how I would expect somebody to react with shit going around.
Yeah.
And like he started off as a dick, but like the further the series goes, you're just like, Yeah, like I totally understand this guy's motivation now. Like he's consistent.
He runs a major company, and he's like out for. How do you get that far? You're out for yourself. He stays in character. Great.
Dad.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm not sure if we're supposed to. I mean, maybe I'll know later in the 5th episode. I'm not sure if they're implying that he actually used the heroin thing on himself or not.
You'll find out.
Okay. Anyway, but it's all right. I still think it's fun. I'm starting to notice what you guys said about how they did a pretty poor job of making Danny look like he can handle himself. When we have, I don't know her name.
Colleen.
Gwyn, yeah.
Yeah. She can go fight 2 MMA giant dudes, take them on at the same time pretty easily, and aside from a guy falling on her, has no trouble. And meanwhile, Danny fights one dude, one bodyguard, and he gets some hits in on him.
I like that. That's one aspect I liked about the show. I forgot to mention that on our spoiler cast. Was when she kicked the shit out of those people, but then obviously when they fall on her, the dead weight of somebody and a little girl, she can't lift them up. I mean, she's tiny, strength-wise, tiny. She can kick some shit and she kicks some ass.
I know.
So I like that. I actually like that. She couldn't get the guy
contrast.
Off her. I thought it was cool. I thought it was good. A little touch.
I know.
A little touch.
But I'm just saying that the contrast of we already have established from their little sparring that he's supposed to be way better than her, but he doesn't prove it at all in any of the encounters.
Yes.
He has.
One of the things that really got me because I know I'm pretty sure I know what sequence you're talking about. He the scene before he gets beat up. But maybe not. But in the scene before he's getting beat up in one part, the scene before he's I'm here to protect
never lose.
You, well, no, he's I'm here to protect you, and she's I can protect myself, and he's he got a hit on you.
You shouldn't have been touched. Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Yeah. But
not to mention the episode prior, he goes, "I'm the Iron Fist. I never lose." It's bro, you look like you're close to losing all the time.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess it's just to build the little tension in the fights, but it's silly. It's not too bad so far. We'll see how it goes. I am sort of curious because there's already been a pivot about what the main
Agnes
problem is going to be. Yeah, I mean, but I said this in the Slack chat at the end of episode 5. I'm Defender should start right now. A certain character should just call a certain character, and Defender should happen right now. There's no reason for the rest of what I'm going to see.
It's hey, I know a dude who knows a dude who knows a dude, and it's that's it. I'm just mentioning.
No, not even. I know a dude who knows a dude. It's I know a dude. Who knows
you know. Yeah, you're just that's it. I just know him. I'm just mentioning him. That's all.
Also,
one degree of separation.
Yeah.
Also, and maybe Corey.
know that she's got phone numbers on the phone. Mm-hmm. So.
Also, yeah, and also, I don't know if Corey probably won't know this, and I don't think because it's a Luke Cage thing, but isn't a certain character supposed to be closer with another certain character, a certain dude? At this point, or what happened? Well, whatever.
Well, they mentioned that though. Keep watching. Keep watching.
I gotta keep. Well, okay, fine. So I'll get through it. I mean, it's not bad yet, but I'm not compelled to actually binge this. So I'm almost going at one a week pace at this point. No, 2 a week or something. All right. So yeah, that's it for me.
All right, Tony.
No.
Corey.
It's been 3 days.
Yeah, I know. It's been that. And for me, all I watched was Star Trek the movie with the reboot. Star Trek the reboot.
Oh, okay.
It's good. I still like that movie. I do like that. But
yeah,
that's really all I got to see on the weekend. So
yeah, as far as I just rewatched some stuff and haven't really gotten to watch anything new since our last podcast. I mean, we podcast on Thursday, so Thursday night.
All right. Well, I think that's going to wrap up this Moviecast one. We're going to move on to the Gamescast soon, so tune into that. Thanks for tuning into this. If you have any questions or comments or topics for us to discuss, you can write us podcast at allyoucangeek.net, follow us on Twitter at allyoucangeek, and like us on Facebook. And also subscribe to our YouTube channel, please. Hi, we have video. If you're not watching this, we have video. Hi. I'm waving, but you didn't see that if you're not watching us. So. Yeah. Thank you. Tune in next week or to our Gamescast too.